If your first move when pressure hits is to wait, stall, or escalate up, you're not leading, you're deferring. Now in this video, I'm going to share with you the 3 habits I was taught to get my culinary leadership to engage. Because in culinary leadership, your job is to engage. Engage in situations, engage difficult conversations, engage decisions that move the kitchen forward, even when it's uncomfortable, especially when it might go sideways. Most new leaders that I've found in the kitchen don't fail because they lack skill, they fail because they don't step in when necessary. They wait for someone else to fix it, they fear making the wrong call, so they make no call. And that's a momentum killer. If you're looking for a solution to get your culinary leadership to engage, then I invite you to schedule a call with me, because that's what I do every day with executive culinary leaders to build their leadership beyond the food. Regardless, stay with me for the next few minutes and I'm going to walk you through my 3 habits. One of the master chefs I used to work for earlier in my career used to say, I don't pay you to be right, I pay you to engage. That was like a mantra. It was something that he repeated over and over and over again. It took me a little time to get the hint. He used to say that a wrong decision was something that he could coach, but making no decision meant that he may as well have a different sous chef who's going to. Now, if you want to earn the trust from your team, or if you want to be the one leadership counts on, you will never succeed in avoiding the hard moments. The bigger the job, the bigger the responsibility, the more conflict we deal with. And just like the old adage of bison, you've got to learn to run into the storm. So let's break down those 3 habits that I mentioned of culinary leaders who know how to engage when it counts. And more importantly, why your ability to engage under pressure might be the difference between being a cook with a title and becoming a chef who commands the team. The first piece is to engage the moment. When things are going as they're supposed to, that requires management. It's not until the wheels start to fall off that leadership actually becomes necessary. And that skill of leadership isn't really developed until those instances have been dealt with. When the walk-in fails, when the line is behind mid-rush and needs a nudge, when a piece of fish goes to the dining room raw, what do? Do you step forward or do you step back? Successful culinary leaders always step into the tension, not away from it. They get the team back on their feet, rally the room, and refocus the standards. They don't wait for permission to take initiative. They make a decision, and then they work to make that decision work for everybody else, dealing with it when the time is right. After that, it's important to, second, engage the conversation. See, most leadership failures start as avoided conversations anyway. Most big picture failures in service are the result of something that wasn't addressed well in advance when it could have been non-impactful to the guests. When the flow is off, when prep quality slips, or the team isn't ready for service, when someone's clocking in late again. The volume of the conversation makes no difference whatsoever, so it's important not to be emotional. There's no reason to get upset, and there's no reason to be loud. But you do need to speak, you do need to engage. Crucial conversations don't damage teams, they build them. They build relationships. Avoidance is not kindness in the workforce, it's negligence. Now, to be fair, we need to be aware of the circumstances, and with effort, we're able to help the team see that conversational engagement is actually a form of nurturing. It's actually development. I remember that same chef used to say, don't be worried about the things that I address, be worried if I stop addressing them with you. Basically meaning that he'd given up. We don't have to be harsh, we don't have to be constantly negative, but we do need to address things that require addressing. And that brings me to the 3rd habit, which is to engage in the decision. Great kitchens require decision makers. All operations require decision makers. Great culinary leaders make the call. It's only through experience that we're more right than we are wrong. Waiting to be perfect isn't going to get the team anywhere, and it's certainly not going to push a career forward. Weighing options is useful when there's time to plan, but when the kitchen's rolling, movement matters more than hesitation. Mise doesn't taste right, change it. A plate is below the standard, ask for a replate. Product is subpar, take corrective action. The faster these things are engaged, the faster they're corrected, and the less emotional wrap-up there is. And if you're wrong, own it, fix it, and move forward. And that's how judgment develops. Judgment doesn't just happen overnight. Great leadership is the result of practiced leading. As a bonus, the more influence and principles that you've instilled in your leadership, the more often they're going to make the right decision, take the right course of action if you're allowing them to do that, if they're taking the opportunity to be engaged as well. But I truly believe that the more principles and the more standards that you build into your leadership, the more confidence the leadership has in making a decision in the moments that matter the most. Now, in culinary leadership, engagement is the game. Engagement in tension, in conflict, in choices. A manager who doesn't engage is really just an administrator. We're trying to build executives who, by nature and by the root of executive, execute. That's what's needed to be successful, especially at this level. No leader in the kitchen gets promoted to observe. You get promoted to engage. So now, if this was useful to you, I invite you to like and share if you know someone who can use this lesson. I invite you to subscribe if you want more lessons like this, and if you want to get more engaged in developing as a culinary leader, then book a call with me using the link below the video, because this is exactly what I help executive chefs and culinary directors do every day, so that you can lead with clarity, confidence, and calm, especially when the heat's on. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.